you think he should apologize? I think he should apologize to the American people.
No, I don't think he should apologize to the American.
Why did Trump apologize?
No,
for calling Jim Acosta a rude, terrible person.
No,
Abby Phillips questions are stupid, etc.
Even Cecilia Vega, he said you never think.
But I think what Leisha's saying is because it's wrong. It doesn't mean you should double down on it.
I was a poor example to Ducey on the phone, but I just think he should acknowledge that he was a poor example for.
Well, but no, I'm sorry. He should acknowledge he's human. Because that happens sometimes when people ask you endless stupid questions from one particular place. And sometimes you just lose it for a second. The difference is, he said, okay, let me call him and apologize, because that happens. And I think that, for me, is the representation of what a human being as president should be.
An adult.
Yes.
And also,
an adult.
I hear you, Whoopi.
It points out the difference between Biden and Trump.
Yeah.
Because Trump, let us not forget, said that the press is the enemy of the people.
Yeah.
Right.
Even Chris Wallace acknowledged that in 2019. He said, I believe that President Trump is engaged in the most direct, sustained assault on freedom of the press in our history. So he's the stupid SOB, he says. It's nothing compared to what Trump said or did.
I agree with you, but we can't keep comparing him.
Yes, you can.
To Trump.
I
think you're right about that. We can't keep
and really, it's not like Ducey. I mean, it wasn't. There are stupid questions, but he was asking about inflation, which is a real issue, and the midterm elections, which are right around the corner. But again, it's not like he was asking about something conspiratorial.
It was a sarcastic question, though, right, Lisa? I mean, he's like, will that be a liability? Of course it's a liability. And he also asked
Listen, he's smart enough to know.
Moving the country to the left.
That's what he wanted. He got what he wanted. He asked a question that wasn't worthy of him asking it.
True, but also the president's smart enough to know that he's standing in front of a lot of people with a microphone.
That's why he didn't do it in front of everybody.
All right, so y'all seen the clip. My thing about that is, why won't they let their guests speak? Like, tell me, why won't you let your guests speak? Now, I don't watch The View. I wouldn't watch those bugged out women. I wouldn't sit there and watch that. I'm not for Joe Biden. I am not for Donald Trump. I'd just be looking around like, okay. My question is this. Why did they keep bringing up Donald Trump? Donald Trump is not the president of the United States, man. Donald Trump's not the president. What Donald Trump got to do with this? Then Joe Biden doesn't even want any questions about Russia or the Ukraine. So what happens? The guy asks a question about inflation. Okay, great. That's a great question. I just seen on the news this morning where they were speaking about inflation, saying things are about to go up 30%. It's on the news right now. We should be speaking about that, because if inflation is coming in like that, we got a problem. Those women on The View are bugged out of their minds.